Good afternoon, everyone. Am I clearly audible to all of you? Okay, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Fine, let me share my screen. Today we are going to start Excel, but two subtopics or 2-3 slides were left. So I'll quickly complete that and then we'll cover. Just let me know IPO process we had completed in the previous session. Good evening, everyone. Yes, quickly let me know. And did we finish about the IPO process in our previous session? Anybody, any doubt? Okay. What is proceeding? What we are going to do today is Excel. Excel basics. We'll cover Excel in 4 sessions where we are going to talk about from the very basic till the certain formulas, functions, right? And gradually you'll keep on learning Excel during the entire course once you go through the financial modeling sessions, right? So just anybody who can quickly explain me what we discussed about the IPO process, then we'll proceed. See, one of you is asking about the book building and fixed price. See, there are 2 ways by which IPOs are done. Pricing we are talking about. So one is building and second one is fixed priced. So first we'll start with fixed price issue. So fixed price is what? As the name suggests, fixed price is already being fixed. Let's say ABC company wants to go public and what they are doing? 100 per share. This is already fixed. There is no range given. What you need to pay if you are going to apply for the IPO is 100 rupees per share. That is fixed price. Now, book building here, price is not decided in advance. It is decided based on demand and supply. But a range will be given. Let's say the price range will be given. There will be 2 prices, floor price and cap price within a range of 20%. So floor price, let's say 82, 83 rupees and 100 rupees cap price. You might be aware about the previous IPO. The range is between 20% only. So here what is going to happen if the maximum applications are received on a cap price means investors are willing to pay higher amount, then it will be decided. If most of the investors are applying on this floor price, then this will become the price. What is the scenario in that case? Let's say if I am an investor and I wish to apply for ABCD, I check on floor price, but most of the applications receive on cap price. That means the chances of receiving the IPO is less. Chances for me to receive the shares is less because I have checked on the floor price. If I have checked on the floor price and the price which is being fixed as cap price or the cutoff price, I will not be receiving. So it is set as cutoff price. Once we apply, we check on cutoff price means based on the demand, if the price is maximum, will be entitled to receive. We should receive that. Okay, now it is clear, Kartike? So book building is a range given, price is not decided in advance. Here price is set. Most of the issues which you go through, anybody of you has gone through the website which I referred, either moneycontrol.com or you can go to other websites as well. What I'm explaining about this book building and fixed price, you can go through the chittorgarh.com You will get most of the required information related to IPO from the previous IPO and upcoming IPOs as well, right? So Kartika, your doubt is clear. Any other doubt which is left? I'll quickly cover this IPO process and we'll begin Excel today. So IPO appoint, what are the basic steps? I'll quickly, anybody can let me know that I hope that we have covered in this batch, we have covered this part. Yes or no? It was done. Okay. Okay, Gaurav, thank you. So it was done. Now I'll move forward. This is the process, allotment of shares. Custodian services we had discussed. I remember that. Cross-border security, what I said we'll discuss about that ADR and GDR. Right? This also was done. Dhampur Sugar, Wellspun, this we have discussed. Corporate restructuring too, this part was also discussed, I remember. Now, trading and brokerage, basically you all are aware about what we have discussed so far related to trading part. Trading part is purchasing and selling the securities. Investment bankers, they are having right, they can do the trading in their own account as well, which is also termed as proprietary trading. They work as a market makers. Right. So that market makers plus on behalf of client also they authorized to buy and sell the securities. Both ways what they are earning, fee or the commission which is earned as a brokerage. Now asset managers and institutional investors. These are some clients who are taking the help of investment bankers to manage their assets. One second, let me just read the question. Apurva, what exactly you want me to explain? Which point is not clear? That IPO process. Okay, fine. Just a minute. Here I'll quickly explain about the IPO process. One of you asked, so appointment of investment banker or what we call as underwriter. Let's say any company wants to go public. So what is the first and foremost requirement? They will appoint investment banker who will work as underwriter. So the terms and conditions are decided between the company, which is issuer, and underwriter, investment banker. So maybe fee, fixed price, or the commission, like number of shares underwritten multiplied by the brokerage amount will be the fees which is charged by the underwriter. Now registration for IPO, they will register it. Draft red herring prospectus prepared by the investment banker, which includes all the minimum required details about that company, for how long that company is working, which industry it is, and other norms as well, which are as per SEBI norms. Then verifications by SEBI. SEBI provides approval. If the SEBI approves that, then they take the approval from the stock exchange where they want their share to get listed. Either NSE, BSE, or both. They are, that totally depends on the company which wants to go public. Now, creating a buzz of roadshow, that simply means advertising and marketing of that particular issue which they are going to launch. Pricing of the IPO, as one of you asked about the book building and fixed price. Here it is, like how the prices are decided. Okay, through the relative valuation, through the DCF approach, the price, that range has been decided. Once it is done, allotment of the shares to investors. Once shares has been allocated to investors, then listing will be done. Listing on the stock exchanges, right? So this was brief about. One second, let me read two questions. This is related to notes. How many of you have not received the notes? I had already confirmed and shared it with the team to upload it in the LMS. Just raise your hand, whosoever has received, check the LMS. And okay, Gaurav, both the PDF, one is related to basics of finance, and second one is IB. One second. Not received, please don't write whosoever not received. I just want to check one more time. There is confusion in that. Whosoever have received both the PDF in LMS, just raise hand or write in chat box. Receive both. Anybody who has received both in a LMS? Have you checked that? Who is saying Gaurav? Gaurav, can you please write once again? Is it for both? Receive both. Okay, Urvashi, thank you. So if it is available for one of the students, so that means it is available for everyone. Both received. You please check your LMS. Both the PDFs are available. This is basics of finance and IB, and test will also be aligned. Maybe by tomorrow you will see one test is aligned. Test will be basics of finance. 50 MCQ will be there. Easy questions are there, not an issue. Right, Karthik. So most of you have received both the PDF, and this test might be aligned by tomorrow. I'm informing today also, just as a reminder. Okay. It will be very simple, but still, if any question is not clear, if you are not able to solve any question, we can discuss it in next session. Next session means after one session, just because some of you might not have attempted that. So before they attempt, all of you attempt, then only I'll discuss it in the class. That will be online only, Apurva, that you will get the notification from the team. They will help you out and they will tell you how to attempt it. Okay, that will be online only. I think it will be available through the LMS only. Okay, now coming back to the points, this is clear. Dheeraj, everyone has received. So please check your LMS. I'm putting done. Okay. Fine, this we have done trading and brokerage. And next part is ADR and GDR. What is ADR? Anybody aware about the American Depository Receipts and Global Depository Receipts? Isha, this is till now we have completed two modules. One is basic of finance and second is intro to investment banking. This is the third class where we will cover the Excel, basic of Excel. Now what, I cannot explain the detail just about the classes which we have done because of the timeline and plan of today's class. You can go through the recorded sessions which will be available in your LMS, right? So just after finishing this ADR and GDR part, we will directly moving to learn Excel. That will be started from very basic. Yes, yes. So most of you are writing. I'll just read your points which you all are sharing through the chat box. Overseas raising of fund. ADR, Harsh is writing specifically for the American market through ADR refers to American investor. I'm writing very fast, so if anybody is not writing is not legible, just let me know. We'll do that. We'll do that. Ravi, you have raised hand. Just type your question in the chat box. Fine then. Indian companies listed in American Stock Exchange. Okay, Krishna. Fine, we'll understand this concept from a very basic perspective like this. Okay, through this mind map. What is initial public offer? In initial public offer, Indian companies wants to go public. So the company is Indian. We are talking about the domestic company, and from where they are raising money, they are raising funds, they are raising funds from the domestic investor only. What happens in case of ADR? It is American Depository Receipt. Let me write down a few points. So this is Indian company. Now the process is similar to in IPO only. Indian company wants to raise money, but this time it is not willing to raise money from Indian investor. They are looking for American investor. So one Indian company wants to raise money from foreign investor. So there are certain parties involved in this transaction, in this complete process rather. Few transactions will be there, that also I'll let you know. But this is a complete process, how the process is different from IPO, like domestic IPOs. There will be parties involved like domestic custodian and overseas depository. Here you can see depository. All of you are aware about the concept of custodian and depository, because in this previous session we had discussed about the custodian. Who are custodian? They are clearing members. They are not the trading member, they are clearing member. They are responsible for safekeeping of securities. Now, this Indian company keeps the share with the domestic custodian. Now, once the domestic custodian receives the share, it shares the acknowledgement to overseas depository. This overseas depository, once receive the confirmation from domestic custodian, issues the ADR, American Depository Receipts, to foreign investors. Right? This. Here, as I have shared, they deposit this, the Indian company who wants to raise money, they deposit the share with domestic custodian, which is available here in the same country. Now, once this domestic custodian receives the share, they provide the acknowledgement to overseas depository, and then it is issued to American investor. Here you can see American investors. Now what? They will be paying money in terms of dollars. Here, ADRs are as a receipts are given to. Earlier, the concept was kind of receipts. Now it can be directly credited to their account. And in India also, if we talk about the reverse concept, we can, as an Indian investor, we want to invest in foreign stocks. We can do so. You just go through the website NSE IFSC. There you will find the stocks which are listed. Tesla, Apple, these stocks are available there for trade. There are almost 32 registered brokers through whom any of the investors can invest the stock of American companies, right? Now, we have discussed about this part, how the transactions are done. Now, this overseas depository keeps the fee and charges. Its charges are kept over here, and then rest amount will be transferred to Indian companies, right? Getting my point? So they keep their fee, charges, or the commission, which is decided between these two companies and overseas depository. After keeping their fees and charges, they revert the rest of the amount to Indian companies. Proceed transfer. This proceed transfer is exclusive of the charges. Right? Now, is it clear to everyone? SGB is different, Abhijit. The sovereign gold bond, we will discuss later. If you want, anybody is willing to know the detail about SGB, I will share one link with all of you. You can go through, whoever is interested, right? So I'll share the link here only in the live session. You can go through it later for the SGB detailed. Here we are talking about ADR and GDR. Yes, custodian Muhammad deals with the securities like shares. Bond can also be there. Securities is a term which includes the shares, bonds, right? Similarly, the foreign currency convertible bonds are also available. That we will discuss once we are going through the different module. What concept, Ravi? This concept once again? Sure, I will explain this. See, we begin with the, I'm explaining it. Please lower your hand. So I was talking about initial public offer. First, you should understand the concept of IPO. This is also kind of IPO, but here the perspective is different. The issuer company wants to raise money from foreign investor, not Indian investor this time. So any Indian company, let's say ABC Limited, Reliance Industries, Tata Motors. You can take Tata Motors for example, because once you want to check ADR, it will be available. ICICI Bank, SDFC Bank, Tata Motors, these all ADRs are available. So these shares are traded in New York Stock Exchange, right? So these companies have raised the money from foreign investors. Now these stocks are listed on New York Stock Exchange. How the process began? This company deposited the shares to domestic custodian. This domestic custodian has provided the information that to overseas depository, which is situated in America, right? So, and this side on the left hand side, the Indian company domestic custodian is situated in India, and this side it is US. So here it provides the acknowledgement of shares deposited to overseas depository that yes, the shares are received, and then the shares are issued to American investor, and they provide the money against these shares. Now, what since this amount is dollar, this is converted. Thereafter, proceeds are transferred to this Indian company, and here these proceeds are adjusted after deduction of the fees which is charged by this overseas depository. Similarly, if these shares are issuing dividend, bonus, anything, any of the corporate action which this Indian company does, which is taken, the American investors are going to receive the benefit of the same through this procedure only, right? They will, if it is bonus share, they will deposit with the domestic custodian. Domestic custodian provides the acknowledgement to overseas depository that yes, these bonus shares will be given to American investors. Similarly with the dividend and others actions. Okay. Yes, yes. See, this is the Muhammad, this is the task of overseas depository that will be between this issuer and overseas depository. Here, the American investors will pay the money to this repository in terms of dollar. Here, the conversion will be different as per their requirement. Okay. Now, similar, it is same. If we are talking about ADR or GDR, the only difference is in case of GDR, American investors are not there. Apart from that, other investors who belongs to different countries. ADR is only for American investor. Now, next concept is GDR. Rest all things remain same. What we had discussed in the previous slide, everything is same, but here the investors are global investors. Okay. Fine. Anybody who is having any doubt? And third one is IDR, Indian Depository Receipt. So Indian Depository Receipts, the perspective will be just vice versa, opposite. Here, overseas depository. So here you can understand right hand side, India will be there, and this left hand side will be overseas company. American company wants to raise money from Indian investor. They will have a custodian. They here then our depository will become overseas depository for them. All of you might be getting the thing which I wanted to communicate. That IDR, Indian Depository Receipts, are just reversed to ADR. Okay, parties will change and rest the process will remain same. No, Muhammad, that will be different here other than American investors. Okay, fine. So we had finished about this part. Now we'll quickly move to Excel. Right, I'll take the question. Just a second, let me stop sharing this and I'll share the Excel part. I hope this Excel is visible or not. 1 second. Is it fine? My Excel is visible to all of you? Okay, fine. Okay, Kuntal, wait a minute. Not the slide link. Wait. Just give me a moment. Someone asked about the SGB, so I'm sharing one link. You can go through it. Okay, fine. Now again, I have come back here for the basics of Excel. We'll discuss Excel over here. All well, everybody can see the screen, this Excel part. Abhijit, which question you wrote? Did I miss any of the question? For participate into IPO. Yes, this is IPO only, Abhijit. The point is, it is not the same IPO which we are applying. Let's talk about the previous IPO like CRISIL and DOMS IPO, LIC IPO. This was not for American investor. Like once ADR and GDR are there, it will not be a mix of the investors from two countries. Right? I hope you understood my point. It is same as in public offer only, but from the domestic, rather than domestic investors, they are looking for different category, foreign investors only. The shares will be listed on New York Stock Exchange if it is ADR. If I'm talking about Indian company wants to raise money Indian IPO, that will be listed on NSE and BSE. ADR will be listed on New York Stock Exchange, the exchange platform of US. Okay. We'll discuss, Ravi, about the Excel. We are going to begin. Okay, Mohammed, I'll just read out the question. If some questions are there in this chat box, I'll read the question first and then answer. Wait a minute, let me share one more site link so that you can go through it. Let me first check it and then give me a moment. There you can see, this is the site nscix.com. Earlier it used to be NSE So now here you can see on the home screen, you can check equity derivative, currency derivative, and US stock. Just click on US stock. You will find these company I was talking about, right? Alphabet, JP Morgan, Tesla, Pfizer, Microsoft. So these all are available and you can see the ratios, last traded price of these company. You can check all these detail about the price and all, how many stocks are listed. There, Walt Disney. Initially, it was started with 8 stocks only, and then gradually they have increased it. Once this platform was launched, only 8 stocks, 8 US stocks were there in the list. It's not very old, it's recently, within last 2 years only you can check the track, right? Okay, so that was I just wanted to show you. You can check and go through it if anybody wants to check more detail about the stocks. Okay, fine. Let's begin with the Excel part. What I'm doing, I'm just switching off the video so that the bandwidth should be clear, right? Only Excel will be visible on your screen. Or anybody who can open the Excel along with this, you can open on your system as well, because I'm going to start with very basic about the Excel, right? So first is how to launch Excel. Any point of time, if you see that the screen is not visible, just let me know. I'll just stop share and open a new, that can also be done. Or what I can do, I can open this sheet as well. This Excel is visible, right? From file, you can open a new. Here, initially the commands are there. As I said, I'll begin with very beginning, very basic point. So I'm sharing. As you have opened the new Excel workbook, it will include basic ribbons. For example, here on the upper hand side, you will see the quick access toolbar. I'll tell you about this also. This one is the ribbon, like file, home, insert, page layout, formulas. These are Excel ribbon. Here you can check different functions are available. Since my cursor is on formula, you can see this. We'll begin with the home. Prior to that, there are certain backstage view as well. We'll keep on discussing each and every part. Here, I have added certain new worksheets as well. Fine. Here you can see this plus symbol. You can add n number of worksheet as per your requirement. Basically, it will initially insert an Excel version. It used to be 3 worksheet. So in some, it will be having sheet 1. That is, doesn't matter, doesn't count. You can add new sheet. For example, I'm on cover page. I'm clicking on plus. It will have one more sheet. You can see a blank sheet over there. This is my worksheet. And the entire is workbook. This Excel workbook, which has a name basics of Excel, right? These basic things you all are aware about. Now what I'm going to do, like here, how can you rename? Right click on that. You will get different names. One is insert new sheet. You can delete from here. You can rename. You can move or copy sheet from its position. From sheet 1, I want to copy it. It should be just prior to overview or prior to index. You can similarly change the tab color also. Tab color of any of the sheet, right? Other things are related to protect sheet. This is a password protection. If you want your sheet to be protected, you can do that by these all sheet password for particular sheet. Okay. No, these all tabs, these all functions does not require any kind of technical support. So you can always try on your own and do it. That is why I'm explaining in very brief, but still you should understand the basic point. These are cells, right? Each cell is having the number. My cursor is on this cell. Now here you can see D4 in the name box. That simply means I am here only in this. If I want to refer anything, my cursor will move there. Okay. These here you can check about the intersection. This is used for cell referencing. That D4, if I'm referring, I'm using absolute referencing on, or I'm using the relative referencing. These cell references or numbers will be used. Okay. So rows, columns, everything you all will be aware. No, Rohit. Most of one of you is asking about using Google Sheet post. Not required. You might be operating most of the function there also. A little bit difference will be there. Here, if you learn most of the cases, it will be helpful for you. Otherwise, you will get most of the functions over there. No need to shift. Whatever we are doing, try practicing in that sheet as well. Okay. If anybody of you wants to practice along with this, what you need to do in your keyboard, laptop keyboard, you will be having a window symbol and side arrow keys. Press both and you will have a split screen. Right? So you can check also what we are doing in the session and simultaneously you can perform the same function in Excel. This is a shortcut key. If I do it, you can see. Okay. Okay, fine. Any question, any doubt? So what is ribbon? This one on the upper hand side, you can see a strip of icon which are above the work area. What it contains, 8 main tabs are there. This is file, home, insert, page layout, formula, data, review, view, developer, and so on. Here we will check one by one. This one is quick access toolbar. How I get that? From here in backstage view, you can go to this backstage view options. Option you will get here. General formulas, proofing, custom ribbon, quick access toolbar. Click on quick access toolbar. Here you will find popular commands. And if you want to add any of the popular command, you will click on that and add. And here you will find click OK. You can add as you want. In quick access toolbar, that means you are regularly, you want that command to use for frequent using. If you are using these all on frequent basis, you will add on quick access toolbar. You need not go inside the ribbon and keep searching that. Getting my point, why we require quick access toolbar and from where we can add or remove certain tabs which we don't want or the commands which we don't want, right? 1 second. How to split screen? You have a window version. Since you all are attending the Zoom session, it might be difficult for some of you who can't do, but just minimize the Zoom screen. Try to do it. I'm just telling how to do split screen. Just minimize this Zoom tab, the class which you are attending. Click on the window tab and side arrow key. You will have two screens together. Then set it accordingly. Manually also you can set it. Okay. If you are not able to do right now, you can do later after the session. It is easy. Window key along with the right arrow or left arrow key where you want to adjust the different screen. Okay. Now moving ahead. I hope the doubt on this point is clear about the backstage view. Any doubt related to backstage view from where you need to add the quick access toolbar? The purpose behind adding the quick access toolbar is you need these commands on frequent basis. That is why you are adding it and you remove certain commands which you are not using it. Otherwise, you need to remember certain shortcut keys as well. Okay. Now, discussing about these all basic points first, home, you all know about the cut, copy, paste, these commands. Control C, Control V, these all. Control X is for cut, Control C for copy, Control V for paste. We'll write anything, let's say Excel. Control C, Control V. This is all MS Office command which you all are using frequently. Bold, italic, underline, that can also be done through tab only, through the keyboard. Control B stands for bold, Control I for italic, Control U for underline. Control B, Control U is for underline, Control I for italic. Control Z for going back to the previous situation. Okay, these are the font size, how you are going to adjust it. Now, basic things, sometimes it becomes difficult for you to adjust this. You can adjust it manually also. Let's say I type certain number, which is bigger than my cell. You need to adjust it like that. Either you can drag it or just double click on this width. It will be automatically adjusted. If you type some text over here, how you can wrap text. You can use this wrap text function. Let's say I write some question over here. I'll take one simple question. I'm finding a test so that I should not type. Okay, let's Control C. Now what you can see, it is covering different cells as well. What I want to do, either I do this. Does it look fine? No. What I'm going to do, I'll just select merge concept. Merging is what? Either you do select two consecutive cells, means rows accordingly, and merge in center. This will give you the here. Okay. And wrap text. If it is more than that, now you can see now this becomes your heading. Now you can easily type whatever context you want to type or the table which you want to create. quick access toolbar. Aryan is asking for quick access toolbar. This way only I'll just start and addressing the question. Reason being, some of you don't understand what I'm referring to. So first I'll just read the question, what is mentioned, the query, and then I'll start explaining. So you want to ask me about the quick access toolbar, you need to go to File. Then here you will find different commands. I have clicked to Options. Options will give you this general option, formulas, proofing, save, language. You'll go to this quick access toolbar or customize ribbon also. If you want to customize this ribbon according to your requirement, we will do that as well. So now quick access toolbar, here you can see customize the quick access. Popular commands are here, which are separated from each other. You just check it, which you want on frequent basis, click on that and then add. It will be available over here. Then you need to put OK, that's it. If you want to add commands as per your requirement, you want to remove, you want to add any kind of modification in this quick access toolbar, which is available above the ribbon. This area is called ribbon. This is above the ribbon quick access toolbar, right? Okay, so we had discussed about this home part, cut, copy, paste. You are aware. This is the font list of fonts which you want to change. Here, size, colors, font color, bold, italic, underline. This one is for the table. You just try and do. This is very basic, so I'm not going into very detail, but only telling you so that it should be used once you require these commands. Okay. For example, if you are preparing any dashboard and you need to merge and then you need to create a heading over there, you can create. You are using a brand color, you will use the same brand colors throughout the worksheet. That should look similar. Wrap text and merge in center is done. This is for your text. If you want to align it downward, middle, center, upward, this is like, okay. Now this one is the orientation of the text. It will be slanting, it will be straight, what you want, different vertical, angular, any kind of text which you want. Sometimes you are creating a table on the left hand side. If you, let's say risk return graph is there. So how you are going to create a risk return graph? Somewhere you are typing on the vertical text, you want to rotate it. These all can be used over there. Okay, wrap text we have just done. Merge and center also, this. Fine. Any alignment, any point related to alignment, this you all know this is same as Word. Justify, center align, left or right align with the text and number as well, right? So we have covered till the alignment part. Then this, here you can use this from the different perspective. One is about the date. We'll gradually do it. General, which will not have any specific format. If you write number over here, it will give you up to 2 decimal points, 1256. Let's say we have taken a number. Generally, it will be 1256. If I put numbers, it will be 0.00. In this is here you want to increase or decrease decimal point. If I want up to 2 decimal point or 1 decimal point, 2 decimal point, you can change it from here. Okay. I am now here you can check. So currency wise, it will have a rupee symbol or dollar symbol. You can change it as per your requirement. Accounting wise, it will have some separator also like 1,256. This way the accounting concept will be done. Date are very important in terms once we are calculating XIRR, etc. So date format should be same. Either the short date that should be separate. Then time, percentage, fractions and all that will do gradually once we require the same. Basics are these few which we have discussed. Right. If you want to convert it into percentage here, you can do so. Right. Now, conditional formatting, these all will do once we start the table point. Okay. Any point, we have not started kind of a bookish way of learning Excel. We are starting from the command and very easy way. Anybody who would like to answer any question, any answer? My voice is breaking. Anybody would like to ask any question? So I'll answer that. Kartike, yes. Voice breaking. Yes, I also felt that. For anybody else also? Any question? Ravi, you have raised hand. Let me know if there is any question. Okay, let's do certain questions also. Today, what we are going to do, basic Excel functions. Apart from the basic Excel functions, we'll discuss certain shortcut keys. This is the index part. So if you want to prepare your own, not try to download any of the book or any PDF or Excel. You can prepare your own also. That gives you more insight, that gives you clarity, right? So if you are preparing your own, just open any of the worksheet, add certain sheets based on your requirement. You can take any question and then try solving it. Whosoever are beginner, whosoever are new to Excel, some of you are using it regularly. For them, they can create a advanced level of book as well. Now, this is the index by which we are going to discuss the session objective. What are the certain topics which we are going to cover in this basic Excel part? Excel layout, what is workbook, what is worksheet, cell name. This is the formula bar here. Here you can see below this ribbon, you are seeing the formula bar. This one is called ribbon. Okay, this is name box here. So first part about the layout is clear to everyone, or is there any doubt related to layout part as well? Which one, Kartike? You can type your question once again if it is left. Just type it one more time, otherwise I'll need to scroll back. Like, Apurva, I will share one Excel sample sheet for reference of each of you. That will include key shortcut keys, etc. And rest all thing what we are doing in class, you can keep adding that. Right? Let's say we are doing some numericals. You can keep on adding that. One sample sheet will be provided to all of you that will be uploaded in LMS, where you can find these shortcut keys, like using keys. Okay. Yes, Kartike, waiting for your question. Please write your question. First, I'll address that and then we'll discuss about the rest of the parts. Anybody else whose question is not answered? See, the question is about from the ADR, which I'm receiving in this chat box. American investor will be having the shares with the stock price running on NSE. Wait. Other one, please wait. Let me answer that. See, you are asking about any American investor who has invested in Indian depository receipts, right? See, don't merge these two concepts. I'll just address your question and take two different perspective. You are asking American investor will be having the shares with the stock exchange price running on NSE. No, there are differences. That those prices are different because ADR lots are different. For example, if I'm talking about Tata Motors ADR, which is listed on New York Stock Exchange, it has three, quantity is 3 in one lot. One ADR includes 3 shares of Tata Motor, for example. Similarly, for other companies as well, whether it is Reliance and all, rates are a little bit different, but it is if price parity is there, then it would be, if you convert it into rupees term, it will be same, but not in all cases. Long back, I had just counted it in terms of Tata Motors, so I find that there is a price parity. But thereafter, I didn't try it. If you try calculating the rate, you might find there is a little difference in the prices, right? What is at what price it is trading at NSE, and then you can multiply it with the number of shares in one ADR. If one ADR contains 3 shares, the price accordingly you can adjust. The third point is converting that dollar into rupees. What is the current price? Based on that, if you multiply, you will get the rate in dollar terms, right? Kartikeya, I hope you have understood my point. Okay. Now next question is intro to IB. Gaurav, what is your question from intro to? Please see if it is related. That will be very fine if you ask the question related to Excel right now. Otherwise, it will be deviating, right? These all questions which are, just keep your question handy. Once we finish this part, last 10 minutes, we'll discuss these ADR, GDR, intro to IB. Otherwise, I'll keep on switching from one topic to another topic. That will be disturbing for me and others as well. I hope you understood. Okay, now coming to you, these you need not learn or mug up. Some of you might be using it frequently, these shortcut keys, and if not, gradually you can have a hands-on practice after using that. Some of them are very easy. You are using it because of that Microsoft Word. MS Office are having some similar keys. For example, Control A, if you want to select the whole worksheet. I'll keep on performing this, right? You can check which is available on your screen. I'll do that. Control A. You can see the entire whole worksheet. This sheet 1 is selected. Now, next one is bold. This is Control B. This bold is now bold, highlighted. Now, italics, Control I. Control C, if I'm copying it, these all you know, but still I'm performing. Control find, this is all same, which we use in Word. Control G, go to a specific cell. Control H, replace the content of a cell, right? Rest, Control K for hyperlink. Insert a hyperlink on a cell. Let's say index I have created over here, and you want to create just like a hyperlink. Control K. This file opens. You can add any of the reference, maybe the current folder. From any current folder you want to add file, you can add there, then click on OK. So Control K will help you out to insert the hyperlink within the same file. Let's say you want to refer some file which is required, where certain functions are there which you will refer from there. You can add through Control K, that link. Okay. Now, Control T, conversion of Excel content in tabular form. If I need to create a table, there are different ways. One is manually I'll create a table, or I'll just simply click on that, Control T, this. I will select the data which I have mentioned. Here I haven't mentioned any data, so that is why it is asking me to provide a range. Otherwise, if I have kept any data ready with me, for example, this. Let's say I copy this and I insert it into this sheet. Okay, now you can see this has already been converted into a table. If I want to sort out, I can easily sort out. So Control T is your data will be converted into a tabular format. 1 second, let me just wait and read certain questions which are related to Excel, and they have typed in the Q&A session. Most of you will be how to use Excel with a product key. Then 1 second, Ravi, I have kept your questions. Then Hina, wrap. Hima, you understood about the wrap text part, or still you have any confusion? Should I clear it one more time? Hima, I got your question. Just raise the hand if you want me to repeat, or you understood that part. Fine. Without product key, the Excel was not supposed to use in my laptop. I couldn't get your question, Ravi. Okay, Hema, wait, I'll repeat it. Table formula. Okay, so two questions are there. One is related to Hema asked about this wrap text, and second one is about the table formula. Nothing what I have done in case of table, I simply copied the table, or you can create a table. Let's say I'm copying this about FMCG company if these products are available. So then you can type any quantity, profit 15%, then 300, just to make you understand. I'm copying it. Don't intend to provide different number, just for the understanding part. Okay, so these are the product. Sales. This is profit percentage. And profit in CR. Right. I'll drag it further down so that it should look bigger table. This is only for the data, not for the purpose of checking the values, because I have simply copied it just to make it quick. Select the Control T table. It will ask for where is the data for your table. So I have already selected my range, the entire table. My table has headers, tick. If you uncheck this, that will not have headers. I have checked it. Now what? You can easily see the table is created based on the product. If let's say I need to check only toothpaste, it will show me the data. Filter is being kept over here on the basis of this product. Had I do this table be very large, includes a large amount of data, will it be easy for me to track it like this? No. Manually, with one simple tab, it is easy for you to track based on one particular product. If you check all, it will give you details. Now about the sales profit percent, I have not added some relevant number. It is just for the making you understand about one particular tab and how the table can be created. It has just merely copied, but you can see within a fraction of seconds or minutes, you can easily prepare a very huge amount of data in small table, right? And filter will make your work very easier. Okay, then our next question was related to wrap text. Here I'll just copy the same. In Hima, it is your question. You asked about this. Let's say if this question is there, or say, let's say you are typing some recommendation or any of the data which exceeds the text. How you are going to do that? You are simply going to select this much range, because you know you have an idea how much area is required to fit in your text. This one, go to merge cells. The cells are merged. You will wrap text and you will put it into center here. Based on your requirement, you can make any of the changes related to these alignment. Okay, now I hope it is understood. Wrap text will contain, if you increase certain text, you increase a long question, that will also be added over here. It won't go out of the box. Okay, now next question is what? Table formula. So these two questions are addressed. I think there are no questions left in the text box, right? Shall we move forward? Or anybody who wants to open the Excel, we are taking a very short break of 5 minutes. In the meantime, what you can do, you can minimize your session window and you can open Excel and manually adjust that. So if you want to try some small concept, you can do over there. Okay. Just a 5 minute break and then we will again start doing it. Right? Yes, Ravi, you have a question? Just write your question. No. Gaurav, I have just read your question. That will be as per current situation. You are converting it as per today's rate. Let's say you need to exchange money. You go to bank for converting it. It will be for today's value, no? Bid and ask will be based on the current rate, which is prevailing right now. 83, 82, whatever it is, based on today's rate, not at once it is purchased. If I purchase certain shares at that point of time, that will be based on those rates. And now if I'm selling at the current price, the price will be based on real time monitoring, current scenario. Okay. Five-minute break and then we'll assemble once again and we'll discuss the rest of the concept, right? I hope all of you are there. Okay, Reshmi. Yes, please let me know. Okay, Manish. Okay, everyone. So we were discussing about these shortcut keys. In these shortcut keys, we have done till here. These all will be shared with you, so no need to worry. See, control 5, strike through the data. As you can see over here, this is striking through. If I see control 5, anything you would like to highlight within your particular workbook. So in your workbook, if you want to show that, see, sometimes you need to, the sheet is shared with you and you are asked for your review or just cross check the data. So a strike through will give you the information that yes, this need to be corrected or the rectification is required in this area only in that cases, which is wrong, right? So today's date, this shortcut key will give you today's, or another version is equal to, within bracket, if you write today, 1 second. So control plus, right? 23rd of March 2023. Shortcut key will give you today's date and the current time, right? Equal to, this is because of the currency, it has been changed. Otherwise, you will click on general. Okay. Yes. Apart from that, control page up, page down, these are the basic, or you currently you will be requiring only few keys. Gradually, you'll keep on adding 2 to 3 keys and you will learn in practice. Now, I'm quickly moving to some basic functions where you are using some, these all formulas. You can see on my screen, I have added certain points over here so that you can go through these lines. Otherwise, it's not required. This is only for the beginners who wants to add. So let's say if we need to add some numbers, this is why the table has been made very small just to cross check manually. If someone is beginner, you can very well check is it wrong or right, because you can easily do it verbally, right? Otherwise, usually what we do, we need to perform Excel functions once we have large amount of data. Here, if some function is required, you have 3 4 ways by which you can do it. Is simple addition. What are the different ways by which you can add numbers in Excel? One is simple. If you need to add these 3, what I'm going to do, this is the manual adding. Manually, you are adding, what you'll do, this plus this plus this. This is your manual calculation. It gives you 77. Other one is what we have done, equal to sum. You will select this. This seems a little better. If the range is given more than 120, 130 numbers are given, you will simply do this, or this auto sum function where I'm putting my cursor. You can see this auto sum. You'll select this, you will click on auto sum, that will give you. So we have discussed 3 ways. First is, no doubt it is not required manually, no use of Excel. So just don't need to go for plus plus. Only this is here, you will click on that. This is the first way, auto sum function. Another one is the sum function, like equal to sum, and within the parenthesis, you will drag this, right? One more shortcut key is there, which is all equal to. I'll remove this. I simply select this, then just click on all equal to. It will add the number, right? So 3 or 4 ways by which you can do summation. Anybody who is having any doubt? So this is the predefined formula of sum, open parenthesis, and give the range like A4, A1 to A10 or 120, whatever the range is. Oh. 1 second. My screen is not visible. Now the screen is visible. Okay. Then why didn't you say? Nobody said only one. Who mentioned? Ravi mentioned. Prior to that, I was explaining without a screen. Kevin, you can prepare on your own as well. I'll share the sheet. The screen was visible. Okay, okay. Okay, Reshmi. Okay, Aryan. Fine, fine. I thought it is not shared because he might be not be able to see that. Okay, no problem. So you all see what I was explaining, right? Some function was visible to everyone. What is the shortcut key which I have shared last? What is the shortcut key which I used last to add all numbers? Anybody can write in chat box. Auto sum, yes. That is, yes, alt equal to. Alt equal to auto sum, not alt enter. Alt enter is not alt equal to. Press both the things together before, like if you do alt equal to here, let's say we do alt equal to. So that will not give you, you need to select that range as well. One more thing you need to keep in mind to avoid the error, you need to select this and then alt equal to this auto sum function. Although most of you will be aware, but still alt equal to will give is very good. Product is what? Simply as we give the formula equal to sum, all the formulas will start like this only equal to, and you will write the formula. If I need to do product of the same, open parenthesis, you can see the formula. You need not learn the number 1 to number 2. Here we have 3. I'll do with 3 as well. Okay. Right. So now what about average? We have a small table over here. Again, I reiterate why this only 2 or 3 numbers, 4 numbers are mentioned over here, so that you can cross check by looking at this table. Had I used a large amount of data, you would not have checked it. This is for you to cross check, and you can perform this function making a huge amount of table. Right? Sample data will be shared with you, which will be this much large. So these all things you can create on your own way by this sample data. Once again, this is the sales data which I have copied from some source. You can also use it. This will be shared with the sample file. You can simply copy it. If you want to perform any function, use this data, or you can have some other data as well based on your requirement. Okay. Now what we were discussing about the average part, you know simply how we perform average in by manually. You are adding the numbers and dividing it by total numbers. Let's say we have 4 states. So adding all together, dividing by 4 will give you average. This is the manual way of taking average. But in Excel, what we do? Same function. Average, open parenthesis, and you will select these numbers. It will give you close parenthesis, enter. Right? Okay. So these small functions are clear to everyone. Any doubt, any point which is not clear? We have discussed sum, product, and average. All clear? So we have started with very basic. So I don't have, most of you will be having any difficulty. You can cross check over there also. If I do it manually, how things will be. What I'll do, I'll add this plus this plus this. Okay, divided by 4, that's what we have done. So you can check through the average function. This is not required reason being it will take a lot of time if you have a large amount of data. Only the function will help you out. Otherwise, there will be no use of Excel, means you are not taking advantage of Excel. Now, another is count. Count all cells in a given range that contain only numeric value. Say, hey, see here, we have different states, UPMP, and the sales is based on different state. Delhi is not including any number. So what the count function will do, count function will count only numbers, only range that contain numbers. So it will have 4. 4 are having number. So how the count function, you can see simply equal to count, open parenthesis, you will select this. It will give you 4. Let's take any value into this. It will change to 5, right? So that means if I have all the states are having numeric value, it will show you 5. Let's say certain states are having no numeric value, it will show you this, some text or some number. It is just to check the error. Let's say in some cases you have an error which is mentioned over there. So in that case, you can quickly find out where is the error lies, which of the state is not having the number. Getting my point? So let's say here something is written which is true. Again, it will change to 4. That means any of the error which is available, which is other than number, which will be easily detected. Count A function, that is count cells, which is according to a given logic. Like count A, J19, this is the range only which we have selected. So logic is what? Select the text, select the range which is having numbers only. So almost they give the similar kind of answer. Again, I'm changing it because we are moving towards max and min is nothing. Max is out of your entire table, which of the numbers are maximum, which is like sales number, if it is sales number, if it is revenue. So which one is maximum? Here you can easily see which one is maximum in the same table. I'm copying it here for math function and we'll change the values. Let's say it is 45. Okay, by using max function, we'll change the range here. Same max function and selecting the range. Now it will give you 58,000. This one is the maximum sales in this particular state. Similarly, in the same table, if I want to use the min function will work like this. So very quickly, how you can analyze a huge amount of data, where the large number. Let's do it in that huge amount of data. This is the sales data. Here, let's say I need to check the unit sold. It is this is which range? 1 second. Let me do with both. I92 is the last one and I3. Okay. To avoid scrolling, I did this. This is the maximum 9389. Now I'll just scroll up. You will find where it is. Did you find any of the number which is bigger than this? So in this unit sold, where the units sold are maximum, this. Similarly, you can provide max and min as well. Fine. I hope it is clear to you how to apply this. See, count is where some numbers are there. Like if we are performing the count function, let's say in this data only we are having one error because of the wrong data entered or the date is wrong, where the units are wrong. So then what is going to happen in your total calculation or the revenue? There you will get num or error. So that means if you are applying the count function, that will give the range which has only numbers, which doesn't have number will not be added. And you can check, you have used different states. Let's say you are talking about 10 different states or 10 different cities. Your data includes 10 different cities, out of which you have analyzed this function. And you found that out of this 10 different cities, 9 are having numeric value, 1 is not. So you can easily cross-check where the error lies and you can correct it to rectify it. Other different ways are also there to just check the values, right? So many ways by which you can utilize one function. Okay, again, Excel function. Okay, min and max is done. I would like to discuss today the loan function, which might take a little time. So these are the small function which I have discussed. Apart from that, I'll quickly discuss two more and then we'll discuss loan function. You can ask the CAGR, XIRR as well. If anybody is having doubt related to CAGR, how you are going to calculate loan amount, this, and creating a loan amortization table. This I'll cover today, right? So first, moving toward this part, sum if. In sum if, what is going to happen? In sum function, what we have done, we have simply taken the total value of whatever, like if it is sales, we are taking total sales of that particular different areas, different states. What is the total sales? Sum if I put one condition is if the sales is higher than one particular amount, then how many states are there? Or what is the total number of sales which are higher than 13,000 or less than 13,000? So sum if, what I have mentioned, you should be very careful while putting the range or while putting the condition. What is the condition? Here you can just check. I'm highlighting is it what you need to check. Sum if the sales is what? This total sales from UP to Karnataka. If where the total is greater than 15,000 only, then Excel needs to sum. Excel needs to provide me sum total of only those states which are having sales higher than 15,000, right? So what it will do, it will leave Rajasthan, it will leave this 13,000, right? So what we have done, or similarly, another function is if it is, I'm looking for something, if it is less than 15,000, if less than, I'll put less than sign over here, it will take only Rajasthan. Getting my point? So how you are going to put this formula, that is also enabled. Like you need not mug up any formula over here. Only the condition should be clear. It is asking for range. So first I need to give this range. Then what is the criteria? Criteria should be given in inverted commas. If it is greater than 15,000, right? That means it has taken total. Got it? What I have done, what is the condition I have mentioned over there? I did very slow so that you can check it. Sum if my range is that, take only those value which are greater than 15,000. So it left 13,000. If I say a condition which is less than or equal to 15,000, then it will take these two, right? Three kind of option can be done. One is equal to, greater than, less than, equal to. Anything you can put in your condition. That should be logical. It might be Apurva, but I have not performed this very frequently. Reason being, this is for those who are working on a very large sum of data, maybe the sales data or into these kind of functions. So I have, frankly speaking, I have not performed this very frequently. That is why I'm not aware about the shortcut, but yes, it will be, there will be shortcuts in some. But condition you need to put manually because this is your own condition. It might not be available. Excel will always give you range or particular ways by which you can put your condition. So as far as my knowledge, I don't have, but if somebody is having, they can share. For some, it is there, alt equal to. But sum if, I don't think the shortcut will be there because anyhow, we need to put the condition. We need to write what we are looking for. That is customize. That is my way of looking data, which is not universal. That is why it won't be having shortcut. Okay, fine. The same way, if we use sum if, another is if. Here also, let's say I have taken certain random number. You can see this F51, FG51, and H and I51. These all cell are having some different number. If is what? If condition is if it is less than 1,50,000, if it is equal to or more than 1,50,000. So these two conditions are kept. What is the value? You need to put it into table. 1,50,000, 1,50,000. Now what? Here the condition is given. So equal to if this F51 means my this 10,35,600. If this is greater than this, then we need to, it will be the value only, otherwise it will say false. Let's do it. If this, 1 second. Okay. So what I have done, if this one is greater than this, that is why what it has done, it has taken my number because my value is higher than 1,50,000. 10,35,000 is greater than 1,50,000. So that is why it has mentioned my number. If I have kept less than equal to sign, it would have taken false, right? So the condition which I kept is not following, that is why false, else the same is there. These are very small examples which you can check for these functions, right? Let me check question. Sum if again, okay, wait, Reshmi, I'm explaining. Reshmi is asking for explanation related to sum if function. So I'm going to explain it once again. Sum if I'm putting, this is the small amount of data. Again, I'm telling why I have kept those, so such a small amount of data because, 1 second, my cursor was there. So yes, so here you can see I have taken a small amount of data. In this data, there are different states. 4 states are there. Sales of these states are as 25,000, 15,000, 13, and 20. I want, my condition is I want Excel to add the sales amount, sales of those states which are having more than 15,000 sales, 15,000 or more. Less than 13,000, less than 15,000, I don't want them to add. Right. So if this is my condition, I will just give sum if instruction, sum if open parenthesis. It asks about the range. This is the range. My criteria is what? It should be within commas. So what is my range? It is greater than 15,000. You can put greater than equal to sign as well. Close parenthesis, this. So what it has done, it has added 25,000, 50, that becomes 40, and this. Sorry, 25 and 20. It has taken these two. I had got more than 15,000. Had it be 15,001, just change it. 15,001, it has added this also, right? So if I have taken 15,000 and more, it has taken these three into consideration. Otherwise, I'll change it. 15. Got it? Clear about your doubt ratio? Now, rest of the time we'll put into that CAGR. You all are aware how we calculate it. If anything is left, if you are not clear about certain points, we can discuss tomorrow as well, right? But today, why I'm going to cover this PMT part or this 1 second loan part. Loan amortization table, right? 1 second, let me check the question. I'll take this value and do it manually. I'm just taking this question, copying this question from here. I'm adding it here so that I can do it in new worksheet. Here. Okay, so Rajat has taken a loan of 20 lakh rupees. He agreed to repay the loan amount in 10 years. The rate charged by bank is 10%. Calculate the EMI per month. If this is my question, all of you are reading. That Ravi, I have changed the color. That was not inbuilt the orange color. That I have added it from here. Just to show all of you, just to make a difference. This is not PPT Mohit. This Excel, you can create it on your own as well. Gradually, we'll keep on adding certain new sheets, right? So today's homework will be what? Just prepare Excel sheet on your own. First, only the basic thing, then what you are going to Excel function. You need to create this kind of one Excel function worksheet in your Excel workbook. Prepare a new Excel workbook where you add Excel function. Next, add the CAGR, which we'll discuss later tomorrow. And today, what we are going to discuss? That loan part. I have added one question. 1 second, where is that? This one. Okay. This question I have just copied. I'm increasing the font size so that you should be aware about how to do that, right? Okay. Question is visible to all of you? Okay. What is the loan amount? 20 lakh. 20. He agreed to repay the loan amount in 10 years. What is N per 10? Rate R 10%. How do we calculate EMI? Yes, Gajendra, right. We'll do through the PMT formula, we can derive the EMI, right? So we are going to do the same only. But prior to that, we need to understand very basic point. Yes, one of you have written using the PMT. I have given you these values, Gajendra. I think that you know the function. Just how many of you are aware about calculation of EMI? Please give the answer of this question. Just tell me what will be the EMI. If the loan amount is this, 10 years, rate of interest is 10%. Give me your answer. Take your time, 1 minute, type your answer in chat box. Just raise the virtual hand, whosoever is doing. Okay, Gaurav. Others? Waiting for your answer. Two six four three zero. Okay, any other? Let's do it. I have received only one answer. So others are not clear. Now, basic thing, although I need not do it here, but still I'm doing it to make it simple for others who are beginners. EMI is done on monthly basis. If you take a loan, usually what is going to happen, you are paying on monthly basis. So here the loan is there, they need to pay on monthly basis. So how many installment he'll be paying? He'll be paying 120 installments. So equal to this into 12. Right? So this will be 120 installment. Rate of interest is 10%. This you will be paying on monthly basis. So this is for 1 month. We can take it there also in the formula only we can do. What is the formula for that? We need to calculate PMT or EMI. To PMT function equal to PMT within bracket or open parenthesis. What is rate? We can do here also. Rate 10% divided by 2. Or can simply click on this. Now, number of periods 120. What is PV? Here the PV will not be negative because it is not going out of your pocket. You are receiving this amount, right? You have received the amount of loan. That is why I'm not putting negative sign. No problem, Anshul. You can cover it later. Just pay attention to this loan part. We are going to calculate EMI. We are just started this question. On the screen, you can see the question and we are performing this PMT. Now, what is FV? Future value will be 0. What is type in case of loan? We need to put 0 because loan is paid at the end. In the beginning, 1 and 0. So this whosoever has given answer 26,430 is clear. Rest Gajendra 26,559. Why? Because I hope you have taken something which is different. I was just checking if you have put 0. Please check your answer. right? Correct will be 26,430. Okay, so this one is EMI. Now what? Let's create a loan amortization table. How many of you are aware about creating loan amortization table? Just raise the virtual hand. Do it again. Okay, Apur. Wait. One or two students are asking me to repeat it again. I'll do it again. Gaurav can do it. Okay, fine. For others, I need to explain so that they should be aware about this. Repeating. Hey, Vishnu, please check your answer. It is not correct. You can check it. I will perform this question once again. Here you can see, we know what is the loan value, 20 lakh. 10 years is the loan period. So once we convert 10 years into one, that means 120 months. Then rate of interest is 10%. Interest on loan is 10%, which will again convert it divided by 12 because compounding is added. How we calculated this? Equal to PMT. What is rate? 10%. We will divide it by 12 because monthly payment is there. That is why we are dividing by 12. What is N per? 120 we have taken. PV, present value. What is the loan amount you have taken? Future value, that is 0. You will pay till the loan becomes 0. That means future value should not be any amount. It should be 0. Yeah. Since it is loan, we'll take 0. In case of loan and bond, we take 0. In case of investment, we take 1. Okay. Then enter 26,430. All clear? Anybody who is having doubt in this part? Done? Kartike, yes. Please let me know. No doubts? Wait. Ma'am, so many doubts are there still. Missed out, 0 used PMT. Okay. Okay, Gajendra, you got your answer? Always you, in case of rate, always use decimal point or you use percentage. Don't miss it. Otherwise, the calculation will be wrong. Why one more zero? Kartike, that 0 is because loan. Once we put the formula here, you can see. Let's take it one second. PMT. Here I'll explain each and every parameter. PMT, if I put this first, what you can see, rate. Rate is what? 10% rate of interest, but that is annual rate of interest. I'm paying monthly, so monthly compounding will be done. That means 10% divided by 12. Either you pick this or you pick this divided by 12. What I have done in these two, I have 10%, take it, this 10% divided by 12. Now next is N per. I have taken a loan for 10 years. 10 years multiplied by 12. 1 year is having 12 months. So that means 120 months. Every month I'm paying EMI. So how long I'm paying? I'm paying 120 EMIs. 120. That is why N per is 120. Now PV is present value. What amount of loan I have taken? That is 20 lakh. In case of PV, I'll put 20 lakh. Next is what? FV, future value. That will be 0. There is no appreciation. That means I'll pay till my loan amount becomes 0. Now, next is type. Type is whether I'm paying at the beginning or end. Usually loan is paid and at end of the period. So that means we are taking 0, right? I hope the doubt is clear for everyone now. I have repeated each and every parameter which is used. 1 second, let me read the questions after completing. Okay, fine. Is there any doubt related to this N per, Apurva, you are asking? N per, I think for you also clear. Anybody who is having any doubt related to this part, you can ask one more time. Kevin, did you attend the PV and FV discussion? Once we were discussing about the future value and present value questions which were there in basics of finance, where we discussed this parameter where we are talking about end of the period and beginning of the period. Beginning of the period means investments are made at the beginning of the period. That means if you're investing in any of the let's say mutual fund or equities, you are doing in beginning of the month. It is not like you will make payment at the end of month. So that means that impact, that is having impact on compounding, right? In case of loan, it is always taken as zero, end of the period. Similarly, for the bond also, if we are calculating yield to maturity in case of bond, we take zero because bond coupons are not paid immediately. It is paid end of the period. Either it is semi-annually or annually. So in that case also, we take zero. So always remember these 2 points. In case of loan, if we are using this function, whether PVFP, in case of loan, we are going to take zero. And if it is investment, we are going to take one. Until unless it is mentioned that the investment will be paid, the EMI will be paid at end of the month, then we will take zero. Else, we assume that investments are made in the beginning. Okay. Rohit, you are asking about the daily work will be associated MS Excel, how much MS Excel is involved in IB roles. That depends on kind of roles and responsibilities. It has different verticals, let's say AML KYC part, risk management part, then different reports like pitch book and all. So it's a mix of that. It is not hardcore Excel, but yes, if you are doing financial modeling, if you are analyzing, yes, you should be doing Excel only. 1 second. Apurva, which question is not? Rate, yes, rate divided by 12 because 8% is the annual rate of interest. And I'm paying the installment on monthly basis. So the rate of interest which will be charged will be on monthly basis. Had it be quarterly, I would have divided by 4. Had it be semi-annual, I would have divided by 2. Right, Apurva? Okay, Vishnu, I'll just click on this. You can check the formula. Okay, this I divided by 12, reason being monthly. We are paying EMI on monthly basis. So there should be a synchronization. If I'm dividing it by 12, I'll multiply this by 12. That is why then only it will be synchronized. Okay, someone's formula is wrong. It is showing error. What you can do, you can just type in chat box. What is the formula you are mentioning? Copy the formula from your sheet or write in the chat box. I'll put it here and see what is the problem. Please write down quickly. So I think PMT D8. You have mentioned your cell number. What you have kept in cell? Did you put the rate of interest percentage? Instead of this cell reference, just write down the values manually, and then only I'll be able to check. Because you have mentioned D8, I don't know what you have mentioned in D8, D7. Some of you is mentioning the formula in the chat box. I'm responding to that. That could be a general query. So I'm just checking what could be the different errors. I hope that you have written O instead of 0. What you have typed is last one is O instead of 0. Second last. That could be error. What I can check in the chat box. Apurva, please check it quickly. What function you have written equal to PMT D8, D7, C6. Then this is O, not 0. what I can see. This could be one error, or second error could be you have not put percentage here, or you might have not divided it by 12 or multiplied it by 12, this NPAR. These could be corrected. Okay, so got your answer. Fine. Anybody else who are facing issue? Yes, Kartikeya, you raised hand. Anybody who is facing any issue? See, I'm not going to create amortization table today because there are so many concepts which are done today. If I start doing it, there are only 10 minutes, there will be multiple query. So tomorrow we'll discuss about that loan amortization table. Prior to that, we can discuss some small aspect like transpose function. Okay. Let's say this is the table, right? I'm copying it here so that it should save time. There are certain products, selling price is there, how many units are sold. Simply this, how it is done, I'll do it here. Selling total sales equal to number of units sold multiplied by the selling price. I have done only for this, then you simply drag it. Okay, you need not do the functions for each and every. Once you are applying it, and it will be followed for rest of your table. Okay. Now, what is transpose function? This table is like product selling, you are seeing horizontal. Now it will change into vertical by selecting this. You will copy and then you'll click on paste a special here. 1 second. Selected. Copy. Then in case of paste a special, just go here. And here you will find this transpose. In paste a special only, you will find transpose. What it will do, it will change it from horizontal to vertical. The headings will be from horizontal to vertical. Rest all thing will remain same. Sometimes in case of DCF, in case of any of the NPV calculation, you feel that you should do this way. Okay. So this is simple. I think you all can do it easily. What is the transpose function? Min and max, we have already discussed. What is the minimum units? You can find out what are the maximum units for any of the large amount of data, right? So a quick brief about what we discussed today. Here only I will discuss. Anybody can give a quick brief about what are the subtopics which we have discussed today in Excel? Quickly, quick wrap up. Definitely we'll discuss about the VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP as well, Apurva, but that will be next. Fine. 1 second. Who is Prachi? It's not disconnected. Everyone is there. What exactly you are looking for? I think there might be certain issue with your connection. Anybody else is facing the issue with connection? Wait. Now this is right. Quick brief about what we have discussed. EMI, basic and Excel function, layout, adding shortcuts, yes. ADR and GDR, PMT part, table, yes. Workbook, ribbon and functions. What you need to do, you need to keep practicing. Merge and sum. VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, Apurva will take in next session. There are so many points which we are going to discuss tomorrow, whether it is CAGR, NPV again, IRR, XIRR again, then loan amortization table one more time, right? Basic Excel transpose, fine. Excel shortcut, some product, these all we have discussed. This 5 minutes are left. I just quickly want to check if there is any issue or any of the query related to whatever we have discussed so far. Fine then. Any doubt related to present value FV calculation, what we had discussed in the previous session? Okay, no problem. No worries. Fine, then these shortcut keys and the sample data will be shared with you. What you can do, you all as a homework or the assignment, it won't be checked, but yes, for the sake of your practice only, what you need to do, I'm writing it here. You should prepare your own Excel workbook. Next is what you need to calculate. You need to copy the same questions which we had discussed, like what related to basics of finance. One, PV, FV, PMT we have discussed today. That also we can take. And per these all one questions related to each, you can add in one sheet. CAGR calculation, XIRR, NPV, IRR. These all you can create the separate sheet and prepare on your and basic functions like what we have discussed. Basic formulas is what we had discussed today. Sum, average, sum if, right? Prachi will discuss CAGR, these all functions which I'm mentioning will discuss by tomorrow, right? Because session is going to end. It is hardly 3 minutes. It won't be covered, right? Which link you are talking about? No, Apurva, I think tomorrow is also class. Link for what? CAGR, etc. Wait a minute then. Just give me a moment. For CAGR, I can share one link, CAGR and XIRR. Wait a minute, wait. And link I have shared one link with all of you. This is previously also I have shared. Right? I hope you all have received that link. Okay, Prachi. We'll discuss XIR, CAGR by tomorrow as well. I think last 10 minutes, but you were not able to get anything because of your network issue. Others have not mentioned anything about the network part, right? So just go through it and recording will be available with you. You can do it. If you go through, that will be easy, Karthike. You will understand it and more clarity about that. Rest all is one basic task which I have given you. Prepare your Excel sheet, whatever we have done today, you can do the same. Okay. Okay, fine then. That is the ending of the session. Thank you everyone for attending. Thank you. I'm ending the session. Yes, Arjun, session is done. Thank you everyone. Thank you.